Hello YouTube, this is me, Mr. Shiny. This is episode 119. From our last game that we played, we already played against with the Colorado Rockies on our third game. So I think we're gonna head to our fourth and final game. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really want to say thank you everybody who's been watching my videos, and here we go. Thank you everyone who people for watching my videos. Here we go. And like I said, as always, let's continue getting some W's now. Here we go.
Great Sunday action lies ahead, but first, here's what happened in the major leagues on Saturday. Starting out in the NL West, Giancarlo Stanton had an outstanding day, driving in 5 on 3 hits.
Ooh, something special. Here we go. What do we have here? Rangers just called up. Okay. Rays just caught up next. Okay. Oh yeah, what I did right now, I kind of traded to a good player for another pitcher style. For that, I already traded for what his name is. Hold on. Nope. Here we go. I traded for Mitter, AJ Mitter from the Pirates for the third base Martin um Pardo, Prado or Pardo, something like that, anything like that. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. I mean, not this live stream, this video, and here we go. Sorry about that. I'm just like a little, my mind is like a little messed up, but here we go. We only need one more win to get 60 roads and one more win from our home. So here we go. Wow, I only made 222 home runs with each player. That is amazing!
It's a cloudy day here in the Rocky Mountains, but we've got baseball from Coors Field in Denver. Today we wrap up this 4-game weekend series between the LA Dodgers.
I truly want to say thank you everyone who's been watching my videos. You guys are amazing. You guys are awesome.
The longest winning streak in baseball history.
And truly am grateful that you guys are letting me, or you guys are enjoying watching my videos. I truly appreciate everyone. Thank you.
By the numbers. I know the ERA is into the 4s coming into this start, but he's actually a pretty solid pitcher. And every once in a while, he can throw some decent games in there. It's not easy having an ERA under 4 in baseball. He's slightly over that, but this guy's a better pitcher than that ERA indicates.
So striding forward now, Kelby Tomlinson. He will lead this one off today. Line towards center field, but this is unfortunately right at him in center field as he takes it in for the first out. Time now to check out the lineup for the visiting Dodgers. Mark, how do they go about breaking out the brooms on the road?
Well, Matty, the old cliche goes, battlers, grinders. I know it gets old saying that, but that's the exact description of what this lineup presents today to the opposing pitcher. They do not strike out. He is going to have to grind. He is going to have to keep the ball in the ballpark, and his defense is going to have to be on point.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swung on
that was
and
good.
Deep
That was
to
a good
left
hit.
center. This one has a chance. Out
Nice.
of here to the deepest part of the yard.
Nice.
It's a solo shot for Hanley Ramirez. Home run number 15 for him thus far, and the Dodgers strike first, 1-0.
Nice.
I think if this pitch would have been a little higher and in on his hands, it would have been effective. But he left this one belt high. Big mistake. He's a guy that will feast on belt high pitches on the inner half, which is pretty obvious now.
Next up for Los Angeles, Justin Turner. First at bat for him as he enters play number 3 in the National League batting race. First pitch on its way. Swing and a drive to right center. Hey, that ball's going to be way out of here. Back-to-back home runs. Solo shot to right center. Home run number 39 on the season for him. And the Dodgers move in front now 2-0.
Direct hit. Excuse me.
Boy, not the way you'd like to start a game, right? First inning, you come in, you give up 2 home runs. We'll see if he can regroup right here. It's not easy to sometimes come back from that.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Giancarlo Stanton. Watch is fully in effect these days as he's potentially closing in on a historic triple crown. He leads all 3 categories. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. A bouncer up the middle. There is Pedroia. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Batting fifth, left fielder, Matt.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And stepping forth is the left fielder, Matt Kemp. Outfield shaded a bit to left center. The first pitch. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. These Rockies guys, they come in the midst of a stretch where they've dropped 6 of their last 9.
Yeah, Matty B. And you know what, D-Roll, this is when you really get tested. They call it the dog days.
Nice.
Swing and a ball hit in the air, and a ball that he got every stitch
Triple
of, as
home
that
run.
one, without a doubt, is gone. It's a solo shot here for Matt Kemp, number 18 for him on the campaign, and the Dodgers have now taken a 3-0 lead.
I think it's time to start pitching around this guy. He's hit 3 home runs already in this series. I'm not sure what more they need to see, but this is not the guy I want to be pitching to right now.
Batting sixth, first baseman.
It's not only 1.
Standing in
It's
now,
not only
Manny
2,
Valencia.
but 3 home
He
runs.
will swing at the first pitch and line this one into left center, and that's going to get down for extra bases. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
Sometimes you get off on the wrong foot, and it's hard to get back on the right one. That's the 4th hit he's given up here already in the early going. He's got to find a way to string some outs together, or he's going to be in some deep trouble.
In now is A.J. Ellis. He swings and grounds it to short. Scooped up. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired.
That's all right. After this, we made 3 home runs. That's
So they
the
get
most
3
important
runs
thing.
here, all coming via solo home runs. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. It's the Dodgers 3, the Rockies coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Kenta Maeda will be on the mound for the boys in blue. Dan, any thoughts?
This guy's having a real solid season up to this point, and I know he'd like to get one more notch in his belt to get to that 200 Ks on the season. He's awfully close, so you'd have to think in the back of his mind he'd like to punch out a few here.
Before I do that,
Leading
I
up for
want
Rockies, center fielder, Odubel
to do
Herrera.
something else. Yeah, I'll warm up.
Here's the first pitch to him. Hit on the ground toward the left. And the throw to first is in time, one gone. With that, here's a look at the Rockies lineup card for this one. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
Well, Matty, everyone's waiting for Pedroia to come alive a little bit. He had only one home run last month, so if you're looking at a guy in the middle of the order with just one homer, your team's not going to score a lot of runs. He's got to turn on the power in this lineup if this team wants to have any success at all.
And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Dero, Danny, this LA Dodger ball club as they enter play here this afternoon. They come in unbeaten and playing well here in the early going.
Matty, this is the best team in baseball right now. I mean, just a double-digit winning streak that, I mean, maybe happens to 2 or 3 teams a year you get this high. This team is rocking in all facets right now, and they're a fun watch.
First delivery to him on the way. Just a tick behind for a strike. And set up behind the dish is Woody Keller as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Woody Keller, this is my nightmare. He likes to call the pitch above the zone, above the belt. I know guys say those are the pitches that go deep, but I'm telling you, if you're calling that high strike, it opens up a lot of room for the pitcher.
I agree with you, Gio. That's a tough pitch to get on top of and to put it in play. So if you're a pitcher right now, try to elevate in that top part of that strike zone.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And it's fouled away. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Chopped weakly to the left. Turner's got it. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Rockies. They trail in this one 3-0.
So far, so good. We're doing really, really well.
In now is Yasiel Puig. Previously against Carlos Rodon, he brings a 4 for 12 line.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
And that's through for a hit. So the Dodgers get their leadoff hitter on base to kick off the inning.
Boy, after that base knock right there, Dero, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. He's keeping that front shoulder tucked, staying inside the ball, and not trying to do too much.
Here comes the first pitch. A bouncer to the left side. Chapman has it cleanly. Pedroia. Return throw is in time. And what do you know? They do get the double play.
Doesn't come much easier than that. Taylor made 6-4-3 double play and an easy one to turn.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Kelby Tomlinson. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Sent on the ground out to second. And bobbled out there by Pedroia. And a great job to stick with it as he's able to make the play for. Digging in the switch hitter, Francisco Lindor. He'll lead things off against Kenta Maeda.
Hey, we're still in the early stages of this one. They're only down by a couple of runs. But it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Maeda has both great strikeout stuff and exceptional command on the mound to go with it. A rare combination, but one that makes him one of the best in our sport.
Matty V, you talked about it. He doesn't walk a whole lot of guys. Well, if you don't walk a lot of guys, that means you have to throw the ball in the strike zone. And when you do with great stuff like this guy has, he racks up the strikeouts. There aren't a lot of guys that get strikeouts by throwing the ball in the strike zone. This is one of the few that does it.
In now for Colorado, A.J. Pollock. First chance for him here after appearing as a pinch hitter in the game last night. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1. Lindor gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Hit in the air to shallow center. Puig is there. Makes the play. 1 away.
Nice.
All right, guys, here's the defensive lineup for the Los Angeles Dodgers. And fellas, the one thing I'm excited about today is watching this team flash the leather. Pickett and Grin. In the National League, this team has the highest fielding percentage. That screams to their pitchers taking them to some nice steak dinners on the road.
Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Hit on the ground to third. To second for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Around the horn they go. 5-4 to 3 to end the threat. We're back with more on a Sunday afternoon following this.
Excellent, excellent, excellent.
Trying to pick things up where we left off, Hanley Ramirez. And he's off to a hot start in this one. Homered his first time around. Swing.
Nice.
A charge into this one. High and deep. And you can't forget about it. This ball is gone. A solo shot down the line in right. His second of the game as the Dodgers have increased their lead now 4-0.
PlayStation.
The long ball is playing in this one. That was the 4th blast of the game so far for this lineup. Dan, D-Row, what are your thoughts on what they're doing as a team so far?
Matty V, D-Row, I don't know what you think, but this is like crazy. 4th round tripper of the game so far.
Yeah, swing and a long drive again. This one to deep center. And he will run this one down.
He caught it.
To his right, and that's the first out of the inning.
Well, he had to track that one for a long time, and he did so while looking back over his shoulder. Not an easy play by any means, but they practice these all the time.
First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
Hey, boys, you talk about getting your A swing off. That's what it looks like right there. A guy with massive power letting it eat.
And he takes a big swing at that one as this one's lifted high in the air and deep out to left field. And
he almost caught it, but he missed.
Down for extra bases. And now this is thrown wildly, just getting it into the infield.
Hey, after that hit right there, D-Row, that extends his hitting streak to 6 games.
Yeah, no doubt about it. 6 days in a row with knocks will help you sleep better at night, Dan.
Ready for another chance? Matt Kemp. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Right side, hit hard. And that's by him into right field for a base hit. The relay, the tag, and they got him coming back to third.
Up next for the Dodgers.
Striding in once again, Danny Valencia. From the stretch. Hit out towards second. And that's through for another base hit. He'll make it 2 for 2 in this one.
Boy, something you don't see very often. You got a guy that can run at first base. Normally you'll see a hitter try to take a pitch or two, D-Row, to give that guy a chance to steal a bag.
You know, it's funny you say that, Dan, because coming up in those situations, you want to give the guy a chance. But you also realize that that guy wants to give his catcher a chance, so you're probably getting a piece of cheese.
In now, A.J. Ellis. Hit high in the air down the right field line. And he dives to make a spectacular catch. What a play there to end the
That guy got hops.
One more
Damn.
look at the full extension
It's
catch
1,
that strands
2,
2 men on
3.
the base paths.
Almost
More to
3.
come on the show Sunday baseball
Maybe
after this.
1 feet off of the ground.
Now at the plate, Daniel Descalso. Previous head-to-head matchups with Kenta Maeda. It's a big enough sample size, but he's just 1 for 14. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Slider, and that's in there for strike 2.
Hey, that's obviously the game plan against this guy. Bury it in on his hands. He finds himself down 0-2 now. He doesn't know if he's coming back in there or going breaking stuff down the way.
The next 0-2. Grounded back up the middle. Tomlinson has it. And that's the first out. So with one away, we'll take a look at the standings here, and it'll show you that these guys have already wrapped up the division race as they've set their sights now on the postseason. So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman, who's back in the starting lineup for this one after sitting out last night's game. Now a big looping curveball in there for strike 2.
You know, you think it's an 8-hole hitter right there. You shouldn't be taking that fastball, and you're right. But when you got the pitcher hitting behind you, you sometimes sit off speed because that's the pitch you're usually going to get. The pitcher does not want to get beat by you, and he's not afraid to walk you and hand it over to an AB against the pitcher.
And he struck him out. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you see there, he sits in 4th place in that department in the National League. Into the box now is the Colorado pitcher, Carlos Rodon. He'll get to take his first cuts here. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A swinging bunt to the mound. Throw in time, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Colorado. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. Digging in to try it again, Yasiel Puig, as we begin the top of the 4th.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
But this will not elude the right fielder's grasp as he ranges over to handle it for the first out.
Jumped all over that first pitch of the inning, and he didn't miss it. Just wasn't able to steer it in a direction that resulted in a leadoff hit.
Into the box now, Kenta Maeda. And he puts it on the ground to second. There to get it is Pedroia. On to first, and that is 2 quick outs to start the 4th.
Now batting, second baseman, Kelby Tomlinson.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go Kelby Tomlinson. No hits to this point. First pitch of the at-bat. Hit in the air down the right field line. Heading after it is Margot. A dive, and oh, he can't hang on. Hit in the air down the right field line. Margot on his horse. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Dodgers retired on just 4 pitches. They lead it 4-0. Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Catch made out there by Kemp, and there's one gone. Opportunity now to take a look into some of the future plans for the Dodgers as our Road to the Show report spotlights a couple of guys that have been playing very well in recent minor league action. So stepping in, Dustin Pedroia. He popped out in his first trip. First pitch on its way. And he fouls this one off. No runs, just 1 hit. No errors in the ballgame for the Rockies thus far. Popped him up. Turner is under it. Oh, and he misses it. So you can mark that one down as an E5, and I bet he'd like to have that one over. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Hit on the ground out to short. There to take it is Ramirez. Throw on first will take care of Pedroia, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, catcher, Gary.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Gary Sanchez. 2 away in the inning, and Dan, it looks like this could be another 1-2-3 inning for him.
Yeah, he has really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch. It'll be interesting to see how long he can keep this dominance up.
0-1 the count. And there's ball one.
Finally, a take. No, seriously, that's the first pitch they've taken the entire game.
Into the corner and slicing foul. Struck him out. 1, 2, 3 go the Rockies. They're down 4-0. Ready once again, Hanley Ramirez will start off the fifth in this one.
This guy's having a pretty good week so far in one game. His last at bat is second home run of the game. We'll see if they'll pitch him a little bit more carefully in this AB.
And the fifth inning will start with a ground out, one away.
Now batting, third baseman, Justin Turner.
Next for the Dodgers, Justin Turner. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First offering on its way. Popped him up. Descalzo in foul ground. And he makes the catch for the second out.
Now batting, right fielder, Giancarlo Stanton.
Digging in once again, Giancarlo Stanton. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. First pitch on its way. A swing, and this ball is blasted to right field. Nothing's going to keep this one in the ballpark. And it's gone as they add still another. A solo home run here off the bat of Giancarlo Stanton.
Nice.
So he just continues to club the baseball at an alarming rate. And with it, the Dodgers have opened it up to a 5-0 lead. So here's Matt Kemp now. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. 2 hits in 2 trips for him thus far. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. High and deep to left center field. Looking up is Herrera. And it's out of here. Back-to-back 2-out home runs. So a solo shot here to left center field. His second home run of the game. As they pile on, it's now 6-0. Guys, you believe what we're seeing here today? With 6 home runs so far, this lineup is turning in a performance for the ages at the plate.
Yeah, Matty V. Hey, D-Row, this is what Coors Field is all about, right? You come here to see runs, and that's what you saw today.
I just like this lineup. They didn't worry. They were going to hit homers regardless, but there's so much green grass out here playing in Denver. You stay on the approach that you're going to stay in the big part of the field. Next thing you know, you're back spinning stuff out of the yard.
It was a single for him in his last at-bat. Hit in the air out to right. Margot's under it. And the inning is over. So they get a couple of runs on 2 hits, no errors, and no one left aboard. Last half of the 5th coming up. The Dodgers lead it 6-0. With Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian here as Francisco Lindor gets ready to kick off the inning.
Lindor.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. The 0-2 once more. Fouled off. Ground ball sent back up the middle. That gets through, and he'll reach base again on his second base hit of the game. So the leadoff man reaches in their half of the fifth.
Well, that's just a case, Dero. You've got to make a little bit better pitches with 2 strikes. Jumps ahead 0-2, and then a couple of foul balls, and on pitch number 5, he squares one up for a base hit.
Yeah, I can't tell you how nice that feels right there. You battle to get and count leverage and fight to get your ace swing off. 0-2, you're almost turned around walking back to your dugout. So that's a nice piece of hit.
Right there, and it's quickly 0-2 now.
Man, you find yourself down 0-2 after 2 great executed pitches right there. Got to look for something up. Might have to tip your hat if he can stay down below the knees like that.
So it was a strikeout looking there. A.J. Pollock is dealt with for the first out in the bottom of the inning. And that'll bring up Manuel Margot. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Here comes the first pitch. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
Yeah, I'm shocked he let that first pitch go right there. High fastball, but usually those ones travel the furthest.
Very weakly on the ground, but that one rolls foul. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there, 2 away. That's back-to-back strikeouts now as they've been unable to advance that leadoff single into scoring position.
Yeah, clearly no problems working out the stretch right now, Matt. He's taking control of this inning after giving up that hit. Now we'll see if he can finish it off strong as well.
From the stretch. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
Well, he's done a great job on the hill throughout this game, and it's something to be proud of anytime you can pitch a good game in this ballpark, especially when it's not your home ballpark.
Behind 0-2 now. Now the 0-2 pitch. And a little self-preservation down at first as he pulls that one in to end the inning. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. 5 innings complete. It's the Dodgers 6 and the Rockies nothing. Jim Palmer gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. In now is A.J. Ellis. 0 for 2 for him to this point.
A.J. Ellis.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Pedroia fields it cleanly. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th. And now is Yasiel Puig. He's 1 for 2 in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind. Now a right-hander has started to get loose in the Colorado bullpen. 6 runs, 11 hits, 1 error in the ballgame for the Dodgers to this point. This one's down to third. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
The pitcher, number 18. Kenta Maeda.
Digging in once again, Kenta Maeda getting to hit for himself here, largely due to the big cushion he's got to work with. First offering on its way. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Margot's under it, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Dodgers retired on just 4 pitches. They lead it 6-zip. So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman. He'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments. He still might be looking for that release point on that curveball early in this outing. That one looked like it popped out of his hand behind his ear instead of out front. We'll see if he finds that pitch because it'll be important for him.
Swung on and missed. 1-2 now. I think it's safe to say he wasn't ready for the fastball.
Yeah, and they set him up with that curveball on the pitch before, and that one, they just blew right by him.
And they could go either way now, I suppose. And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2.
Pretty good discipline right there with 2 strikes. That's a tough sweeping slider. Not many guys lay off that pitch.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. 2-2 pitch just missed.
If you're ever going to see a position player go to the mound, it's going to be in a situation like this. Get him to relax a little bit, focus on his mechanics, and get that fastball back in the zone. Can't allow this guy to lead off walk.
Fouled away. Another full count offering on its way. Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the 2nd time today, he's gone on strikes. So another exceptional effort for him on the mound. He's got the shutout working here, as we'll show you the league ERA leaders. And as you see there, he's sitting in 2nd place in the National League in that department. Edgar Martinez will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 11, Edgar Martinez.
Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike 1. The average coming in 257, 18 homers, and 62 driven in. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone.
This is one of the things that makes him so effective as a pitcher, able to pound the zone with all different options.
Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
This guy is really locked in on the bump right now. He's just playing good old-fashioned hardball right now, just rearing back and letting it go. And it seems like this lineup, they don't have an answer for anything he's bringing so far.
Now back to the top of the lineup, stepping in, Odubel Herrera. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. And he just keeps rolling along as he starts another batter out with strike 1. Turned on down the line, and that is past him at first. It's a fair ball. He takes the turn and heads for 2nd. He hit the corner and tries for 3rd, and they're not going to get him. It's a 2-out triple.
Yeah, he was on cruise control for a while, posting a lot of zeros, but after he gives up that triple, he's going to need to put some work in if he's going to get out of this inning unscathed.
In there at the knees, strike 1. With runners in scoring position this season, Pedroia is hitting over 350, up in the high 300s.
These are the type of hitters that absolutely.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. No damage done after the 2-out triple. On to the back 3rd here this afternoon, and we've got it for you on the show. Welcome back to Coors Field here in Denver. The men in blue leading in this one as we get set to begin the 7th. But before we do, let's check out the game summary to this point. David Bravo comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. Ready for another shot now. Kelby
So far we're
Thomas,
doing really well
in 3
now.
at-bats to this point.
Couple
Fly
errors,
ball
a little
out
bit,
to
but ain't
straightaway
that
right
bad.
field. Margot is there to put it away for out number 1.
Now batting, shortstop, Hanley Ramirez.
Hanley Ramirez will stand in again as we flash you back to the early stages of this ball game. There were fans still finding their seats as he launched his 2nd home run of the game, as he was off to a fast start indeed. First delivery to him on the way. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Ramirez will head for second. The relay, but he'll be in there with a double.
Left fielder really never had a chance at that one at all. It was over his head before he knew it, bouncing off the base of the wall for an easy double. Those are the kind of shots anyone would feel good about.
Into the box, Justin Turner. A little bouncer, but it gets fouled. In his career, Turner is a 300 hitter on the dot. Can't complain about that.
Yeah, Matty, I know in today's game, batting average isn't held in high regard, but for a career to be north of 300, you're doing it.
High in the air into shallow left center. Lindor ranges back, and he has it for out number 2.
Now batting.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Giancarlo Stanton, runner in scoring position with Sugan.
Yeah, that last at bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile, but hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. One left for LA, but they're on top by a count of 6-0. Ready for another chance? Gary Sanchez. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. First pitch is a slider called for a strike.
Textbook pitching performance so far in this one as we move into the later innings. First pitch strikes, how about over 90%? That's about as good as it gets.
It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. Nearly a big fly to start the inning instead of foul ball. And he struck him out, and that's 8 strikeouts thus far.
Man, this guy's on his game today, not only when he's throwing strikes, but how about the amount of strikeouts? What's even more impressive, no walks up to this point. So he's pounding that zone with strikes, and he's making these hitters swing the bat.
So here's Francisco Lindor now.
Matty, he checks every box. Charisma, smile, hits from both sides of the plate with pop, defense, you name it. GM's dream right here.
2 hits in 2 trips for him thus far. Lifted the other way down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. Pitch on the way. And he punches out another one. Make it 9 for the ball game.
Certainly not showing any signs of intimidation with these middle of the order guys. That's back-to-back Ks, and the 3 and 4 guys are harmlessly back in the dugout.
Digging in to try it again, A.J. Pollock. It was a backwards K, a strikeout looking for him in his last at-bat.
That's a strike.
And here's a fastball called for strike 1. Down the third baseline. Scooped up on the backhand. And he is in there.
Challenge.
Yeah, nobody on right there, Dan.
Damn.
2 outs. It's not every day you see a guy pick him up and put him down like him getting down to first base right there. Bought himself a base hit.
Well, I tell you what, there's a couple of things you can do. It doesn't take a lot of talent to hustle, and it doesn't take talent to be on time. And he hustled out of the box, turned what could have been a ground out to end the inning into an infield single.
Stanton is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire
speed,
the side.
though.
Rockies strand 1. They won't make a dent in a 6-0 deficit. So here's Matt Kemp now. It's a solo shot for him in his last at-bat. Here comes the first pitch. And it's fouled away. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Margot's under it, and that's the first out of the inning.
Now batting. First baseman.
Riding in once again, Danny Valencia. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. The pitch. Oh, and this is hit high and deep out to left. Into the bleachers.
Nice.
And gone. A solo shot here to left, number 14 on the season, as this lead swells to 7-0.
The catcher.
In now is A.J. Ellis.
A.J. Ellis.
Hit back toward the mound. And that gets through for a 1-out base hit.
Now batting. The center fielder. Yasiel Puig.
In now is Yasiel Puig. He was a ground out victim last time up. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Hit sharply on the ground. That's through for a base hit, his second of the ball game.
Don't sleep on the bottom of the order right there. He broke out all ambush tactics. First pitch fastball, middle in. He's able to drive that for a nice swing.
Standing in now, Kenta Maeda. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Pollock has a read on it. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning. The relay, throw back to second, and that's a double play. But the Dodgers add on, courtesy of this solo home run. On now to the bottom of inning. Ready once again, Daniel Descalso. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how the starter's going about his business, Pat. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect. But getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
Fly ball into straightaway left. Kemp has a read on it. He's got it one away.
Now batting.
Striding in for the Rockies, Matt Chapman. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Down the first baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. 1 out, nobody on. A swing and a miss at the big curveball. Got him. And he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time.
He's really racked up the strikeouts in this one, and this guy's been victimized 3 times already today. He and this lineup are clearly having a really tough time picking him up.
J.D. Martinez will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty. Starts him out with a slider for a strike. Comes into this one at 271, and even 20 home runs and 65 RBIs. And it's quickly 0-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And yet another strikeout here. His 11th of the ball game, and this one ends the inning.
Nice.
Joaquin Benoit enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is.
Joaquin Benoit.
Here's Kelby Tomlinson. He'll be charged with trying to get on board leading off the 9th. Oh, and he took a big swing at that one as this is driven out to deep left center field. And a high bounce will take it over the outfield wall, and he kicks off the inning with a ground rule double.
There's a deep fly ball. Doesn't quite get out of the ballpark, but it hits in the right spot as it bounces off that hard warning track and over the wall for a ground rule double. Not sure if he had triple on his mind, but I doubt he'll complain too much about getting the coast into second base.
And he extends nicely, and this ball's driven to right field and deep. And that is off the wall in right field. Hack on another here as the runner scores from second. The relay throw, and he is out at third. So credit him with a double and an RBI here.
Oh, you hate to see guys run into outs, especially when it's because of an unnecessary risk. He had 2 all the way, and he clearly should have just been happy with that.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Here's a high pop-up. Descalso is under it. 2 gone.
Now batting, right fielder.
Giancarlo Stanton now. He's homered and doubled in 4 trips, so he's definitely been a factor. He's set. Here it comes. Swing and a hot shot toward third. Right at the third baseman, and that'll end the inning. It's a run on 2 hits here for LA. To the bottom of the 9th we go. Top of the order due up. It's the Dodgers. Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera. He's going to lead things.
On the bottom of the 9th inning for the Rockies. Center fielder, Odubel Herrera.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Pitching for Los Angeles.
Just a tick behind for a strike.
Tony Arnett.
Swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Breaking pitch is swung on and hit fouled over to the right side. But an easy play there at first as that becomes the first out of the inning. Final line there for the Dodgers starting pitcher, and he'll be very happy with how the day went. Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Cut fastball taken for strike 1.
Well, they've really had an answer for keeping him in check in this series. He's offered very little resistance with the bat in his hand so far.
And Pedroia behind 0-2 now. 0-2, here it is. And that is swung on and missed, and things are starting to look bleak here for the home 9. There are 2 away now.
Now batting, catcher,
now at the plate, Gary Sanchez, who could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. In there, 0-1. And this is swung on and missed. So with that, they find themselves down to their final strike here this afternoon. Last strike now for Colorado. And he gets
well, thank you everybody for watching. You've been watching Mr. Shiny. This was episode 119.
Man, they've already put the all-time winning streak
thank you everybody for watching. We will see you guys very, very soon indeed.
Further and further away. We could say this now. This is one of the greatest teams in the history of baseball.
8-0 the final today. The Los Angeles Dodgers earned their 119th win, most in the division. Kenta Maeda records his 18th win of the year, picking up 11 strikeouts along the way. Carlos Rodon struggled and gets the loss after giving up 6 earned. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more.